Picture this, the British Crown controlling a massive chunk of German territory for over a century. It sounds mad, doesn't it? Yet, for 123 years, Britain's monarchs ruled not just their island kingdom, but an entire German state called Hanover. Then, just like that, it was gone. No war, no revolution, just a single quirk of royal inheritance that changed the map of Europe forever. So what happened? Why did Britain willingly walk away from its German possession? The answer is more fascinating than you'd think. When Queen Anne died in 1714 without an heir, Britain faced a constitutional crisis. The throne couldn't go to the closest Catholic relatives, so Parliament looked further down the family tree. They found George, Elector of Hanover, a German prince who barely spoke English. In one stroke, Britain gained a German king, and Germany got a ruler with a crown in two countries. For over a century, this arrangement worked. British monarchs spent summers in their German territories, whilst Hanoverian advisors influenced British politics. The connection shaped British foreign policy. Suddenly, Britain cared deeply about German affairs because their king's other kingdom was right in the middle of European power struggles. It seemed like this dual monarchy would last forever. But here's where it gets interesting. Hanover operated under Salic Law, an ancient Germanic legal code with one ironclad rule: no female inheritance. Women couldn't rule. Britain, however, had no such restriction. For generations, this didn't matter because British monarchs kept having sons. George I, George II, George III, George IV, William IV, all men. The two crowns stayed united. Then came 1837. King William IV died without legitimate children. The British throne passed to his 18-year-old niece, Victoria. She became Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Yet Hanover, completely different story. Because of Salic Law, Victoria couldn't inherit the German kingdom. The crown went instead to her uncle, Ernest Augustus, Duke of Cumberland. After 123 years, the personal union dissolved overnight. Britain and Hanover became separate entities once more. Ernest Augustus became King of Hanover, ruling independently. Victoria kept Britain and its growing empire. That single legal technicality ended more than a century of shared monarchy. Though it seemed like just a dynastic footnote, this split had massive consequences. Britain's attention turned fully towards its overseas empire. No more worrying about German territorial squabbles. Meanwhile, Hanover remained independent until 1866, when Prussia conquered it during the Austro-Prussian War. Had Victoria inherited Hanover, would Britain have intervened? Would German unification have happened differently? Britain didn't really lose Hanover through conquest or rebellion. No dramatic battles or revolutions, just an ancient law meeting an unexpected female heir. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest historical changes happen not through violence, but through the quiet workings of inheritance laws written centuries earlier. The Hanoverian connection left its mark, though. British royal palaces still contain German treasures. British aristocracy carries German bloodlines, and the royal family's very name reflects this heritage. That long-vanished kingdom shaped Britain in ways most people never realize. Who'd have thought a medieval inheritance law could end an empire's European foothold? History's full of surprises.